My beautiful Leos, and welcome to your lunar eclipse in Libra reading, where we are going to ask Spirit how and what this eclipse is going to be bringing into your life, how it's going to influence your energy. Leo, for yourself, do check your chart to see where you have any Libra or 7th house energy. You know, Libra rules the scales, so if things are out of balance in your life or things have been imbalance in your life, now is going to be the time where that energy is heightened and a lot more obvious to what needs to be rebalanced. So let's see what your fortune is here, Leo, and your fortune, is sexuality. Well, very interesting, because that was the next thing I was going to say. Not necessarily exactly, but let me read the card. Existing relationships could find a new passion and heighten sexual attraction. Opportunities for marriage and good family life are strong. And if single, beware of temptation that could lead to trouble. A child could also bring great joy. Okay, so the next thing I was going to say is that Libra rules the 7th house, which also rules your close connections, your partnerships, your relationships in your life, whether they are romantic and platonic. So a lot of the times a Libra influence can bring about more awareness to relationships or things around you that have to do with other people. So the fact that your fortune is sexuality, Spirit is predicting that there's going to be a newfound spark in a lot of your existing relationships, and definitely strong opportunities for commitment around this time. And if a relationship has been imbalanced or felt imbalanced and felt like it was maybe too passionate over committal, now is a time that that energy is going to climax. So this is an intense energy, and it's your first card. So I do feel like this eclipse will feel somewhat intense. And if you are single, it is saying for you to be careful of people that kind of just want to, you know, get into your energy, maybe get into your pants, but nothing else from that. Some of you may be feeling a lot more intimate and sexual as well, where you want to embrace that energy in yourself. It's not necessarily the worst things, but this card does indicate to beware of temptation, because not all attraction is good attraction, you know. So let's see what your angel is, and you have the miracle of forgiveness. Y'all love this word, don't you? And it loves following you. So, and that was sarcastic. Okay. Thank you, Jeremiel, for helping me understand the process of forgiveness. So some of you may have actually gotten into something like this where you're like, I don't know, I don't really feel like this person values me in any other way but for what I can do for them in terms of pleasure and satisfaction. You know, some of you may even feel bad about yourself and letting somebody get too close to you. Forgive yourself, you know. At that moment, that's what you wanted. In the future moments, you know, you'll navigate your awareness differently. But, I mean, somebody may... Look, I know y'all don't want to hear it, but it's right in front of our faces, okay? That's why I asked the Oracle first, because they give specific words, and I can tell you in the tarot, but then some of y'all gonna be like, nah, no. It's here. So if it's a no, it just doesn't resonate. And that's that, you know? But a lot of you, you're definitely moving into a process of forgiveness. Whether you need to forgive someone else or yourself, I definitely feel like this energy is moving towards you, freeing yourself of some type of resentment that seems like it is connected to some sort of person. Let's see what Moonology cards you have. Hold your vision with the fixed moon. Yes. So Spirit wants you to know you can have what you want. Just because you maybe didn't get what you want in other situations or with other people, it doesn't mean that it's not available for you. You know, I actually just worked with someone lately, and they were just kind of telling me, I'm just cursed, I'm cursed, I'm cursed. And I'm like, hey, look, the more you believe that your love life is cursed, or the more that you believe your financial or your this or your family lineage or whatever y'all want to say, the more that's what's going to happen for you. The more the universe is going to give you proof that there's negativity in your life, because that's what your energy is creating. So forgive yourself. Yes, you went through things. Yes, you dealt with people, but that was in the past. And that is not how your life has to be now. You can rewrite your story and hold your vision. Just because maybe there's something that you really want that you haven't gotten yet, Spirit is like, why don't we work on what you're holding on to and what you're specifically blocking from yourself? Because unforgiveness is your biggest blockage to a lot of things. And it'll roll over in different areas of your life and you'll have no idea why. So who do you need to forgive? Is it you? Is it yourself? Is it another person? Think about that. So you also have the energy of Sun in Cancer with Home card. Focus on your home and love. Wow. Very symbolic energy of gold, the sun, fire, torches. So some of you, you may not necessarily forgive someone that you once lived with, or maybe you were at their house a lot, or it kind of was like you lived with them. Maybe there was some sort of home and family life that was really difficult for you in your past, the way you grew up, your parental energy, you know, the way you were conditioned and raised. Spirit's kind of like, I'm getting a download here for some of you too. Okay. So I feel like for some of you, you may have been around a lot of broken relationships in your growing up phase of life. And you kind of just feel like, well, I was around it all my life. So that's just, I guess it runs in the family, right? Spirit's like, no, it doesn't. And it doesn't have to, unless you feel like it does. So it looks like you are really going to be working on forgiving some things. It looks like from deep-seated energy all the way to the sacral, even the root chakra here, to where Spirit is like, you can have things that you haven't seen other people have around you. Just because it's not in your environment doesn't mean that it's not possible. So hold your vision and step into that energy. Somebody may even ask you to move in with them around this time as well, or there could be some sort of emphasis on a home situation. So you also have the energy of, I honor the natural process of growth and transformation. You got so much of the same color. Sacral chakra, yellow and, orange and yellow. So really big energy revolving in the stomach. You're getting a lot of stomach energy. You do have sexuality. That is your sacral chakra. So there you go. Something is definitely going to, I feel like, stir you up somehow. Whether it stirs you up in a good way or it stirs you up in a not so good way, I definitely feel like whatever is stirring you up is needed to either be released or to be aware of. Like there's something here, and I don't want to use the word triggered because I don't like the way society has used that word. I want to use the word like stirred up a little bit. Like somebody may be putting on you really hot and heavy and you're like, whoa, I didn't know you felt this way about me. Somebody may be like, hey, Leo, want to move in with me? Like, I really love you. And you're like, whoa, I didn't even, like this energy could feel like it comes out of nowhere, but I'm going to ask the tarot here and see what they're giving to you and how you're energetically going to experience this in the physical. So Spirit, please show me. This is for Leo. And a lot of you, it's very straightforward. You have to forgive someone that you grew up with. Very straightforward. Some of you have been like, it was used, abused. Not going to like really go deeper on that because that's a very broad energy, but I am feeling something very specific right here. I don't want to necessarily say it, but if you know it, then you know it. Some of you, there has been not so great energy in your past connected to these two vibes. Somebody that you lived with, you know, I'm getting some violated energy, stuff along those lines, and Spirit's kind of just like, hey, I know those are one of the biggest energies to find forgiveness, but you're not forgiving them for them. You're forgiving them for you. You're not letting them have that power over you any longer, where they may have had a lot of power at one point in your life. So let's move through and see what's going on. I feel like I'm getting really hot, so hold on. I have to take my sweater off. So I feel like whatever I just said definitely made some of you get hot too. Okay, let's see. First card out is change your focus with the 5 of Cups. There it is, literally saying it to you. Think about the positive, not the negative. Think about the greatest things that can come from the broken parts, you know? We also have Teach with the Hierophant, 5-5 coming in. A change is a brewing. And you have the Ace of Cups. All right, with Love Abounds. Interesting. So you definitely have an offer coming in. Somebody loves you. Somebody cares about you, whether it is platonic, emotional, romantic, whatever the case may be. It definitely looks like there are new energies coming your way. I mean, when I use this fortune cards very sparingly, because sometimes they are so on point that it's just like, what's the point of doing a whole reading if the fortune card is going to tell you everything? So I definitely feel like there is somebody coming your way, or somebody that's wanting to get deeper with you. And I feel like there is a process of either having to forgive a past person and letting somebody new in, or having to forgive this actual person and thinking about if you want them to come into your life. Let's see. Page of Swords, 3 of Cups, 4 of Swords. Okay. We're going to clarify this again and get your challenge, advice, and outcome for this eclipse. 3 of Wands, 4 of Cups, Temperance. Your possible challenge here is the 5 of Swords. So slight feeling like maybe you'll waste your time, or you're very fearful of wasting your time. Your advice is Judgment. So your advice is to let go of the past. Your advice is to no longer let your past dictate who you are now and the way you live your life now. And your outcome is justice. Look at the Libra energy. Oh my God. Oh my God. So you know what's so interesting is justice does a lot of the times indicate an apology. So I definitely feel like it's a 50-50 moment. I feel like some of you are going to receive an apology of some sort. Others of you, I definitely feel like you are going to go through a process of having to forgive either yourself or another person for yourself, without the actual saying of an apology. And I'm going to tell you why. Because I either feel like a totally new energy is coming in that is in kind of like the same energy. So if you felt super wronged by a friend, could be a new friend coming in. If you felt super wronged by love, it could be new love coming in. There's definitely a connection here to a past energy to where it seems like it's a similar vibe, just because of the role this person would play in your life. So say you're just like, no romantic love over here, but then romantic love tries to get in. But the only reason why your hand is so far out towards them is because of the way this person did you from 2016 that has nothing to do with who this individual is. They no connection. They're totally new, you know? So I definitely feel like if you are moving as well, I do feel like there could be a lot of new connections you make in the move. New love, new life, things along those lines, new place of home. Let me clarify this one more time here for you, Leo, especially with your outcome being justice. It looks like you are going to receive some good karma from this, or your outcome is, guess what? Restoration of balance in your life. So let's see here. There could be a connection that's finally coming into balance after it's been very distant for a while. 2 of Swords, 8 of Pentacles, the Moon, your possible challenge, 5 of Swords, King of Swords, advice, Judgment to the Fool, and the Justice card as your outcome with the Emperor. Ooh, I like that. All right, so Spirit is saying that no matter what you're going through around this time, and no matter what type of processes you are moving towards, you got some good karma. You do. Some of you, you may even be the one that says, hey, Miss Machiste, I actually feel like I need to apologize to someone. And if you do so, good for you, because that's your way of making up the karma. That's your way of ridding of it type of energy. So I feel like somebody's going to try to make things right with you around this time, or there's definitely somebody new coming in and Spirit wants you to make things right with yourself. It's either or. It really is either or. Nonetheless, you do have the Ace of Cups here. Something's coming in. I mean, you have the 4 of Swords, Temperance, and the Moon, so I don't really necessarily feel like you are grabbing the offer right away. I feel like you're kind of just like chilling on it, reading the message, or just not really doing... You know, it's like whatever this offer is kind of like the offer comes in and you're just like, all right, nice offer. Let's see what happens with it. But you don't go in, you don't grab it and like drink from the cup. You're just like, oh, nice cup. Like, nice cup you're offering. And the person's just like there. And you're just kind of like, wow, look at how nice that cup looks. But you're not, I don't see you grabbing it right away. Now, like I said, your outcome is the Emperor to Justice. So it could be a finality of an energy where you finally move into embracing a divine counterpart. So there could absolutely be that there is a divine counterpart in your energy. I do want to clarify the Emperor here, because I feel like either the forgiveness process you go through around this eclipse season brings you a divine counterpart, or really raises up your status quo, whether that be financially or now you do own a home, like stuff like that. Clarify the Emperor and Justice here as the outcome. The King of Wands. There's the passion. So, Leo, you definitely have some offers coming in. I see you're working on yourself. I see there is a possibility of curiosity, but I don't really feel like you're giving into any sort of temptation too fast. But there are definitely people around you that feel this attraction towards your energy. They have offers to make. It's either you have to forgive this energy or you have to find forgiveness inside of you to even open up to these offers. But nonetheless, an energy is coming in. And I feel high masculine energy. So that is either showing me that you are a masculine watching this, or this is a masculine energy around you. So, in terms of zodiac signs in the spread that could be around you or in your chart, you have Libra, you have Taurus, you have strong Aries, actually. We just moved into Aries season. You have Sagittarius and you have Pisces. But nonetheless here, Leo, I also do want to give you a little spiel on what I'm also feeling as a download before I get these cards. And I do feel like if you have been working on yourself more, I don't know, eating better, going to the gym, doing your hair, I don't know, some of you could even just been washing your face and you don't really wash your face as much. I feel like there's going to be people around you that see it, or you taking care of yourself and loving yourself more will definitely put in that law of attraction of love and care towards you. So I do feel like this could be a slightly intense time. I don't feel like it's going to be difficult to handle. I could just feel like it just feels a little bit intense. So, but either way, you look good. Everybody sees it. You smell good. And everyone smells it. Your aura is amazing. And everyone's feeling it. So get ready for that. And if you don't feel in that energy, then now is the time to tend to yourself. Nurture yourself. Feel good about yourself. You know? Like, I feel like the power of like a spa day and stuff like that. Hey, you never know the way you're going to feel after you just take a little bit of time for yourself, or maybe take that extra 5 minutes to brush your hair or something. You know, it could be very simple, or it could be a little bit grander. But let's see what your ending oracle is. This eclipse is definitely bringing about a lot of appeal to your energy. I feel like you are very appealing to the energies around you. And Libra does rule Venus, and Venus does rule that energy. So I'm not surprised seeing it, but you're definitely getting a favorable energy for it, as well as a very strong indication of a possible surprise offer. Because I feel like this offer is going to be surprising because it's connected to forgiveness, or because it's stirring up an energy of you needing to forgive inside of you. So I do feel like this offer could be quite surprising to you around this time. So let's see what we have as your ending oracle. And we have new moon in Sagittarius. Focus on the positive. All right. Some of you, I mean, I say this all the time. I know a lot of you have Sagittarius moons, so I'm not even going to say it. I always say that at the end. Maybe some of you have a Sagittarius moon in your chart or around you. No, I know that y'all do. Some of you do. So there you go. Your moon energy's coming out again. Some of you may also have a sun in Cancer and you're here for a different Leo placement. Definitely could be a strong resonant to you with that energy. The way is clear. All you have to do is make sure you enjoy the ride. That should be easy enough as long as you stop worrying and start believing in your own good luck. It's true that life goes in cycles, and this card shows you that you're moving into a good luck phase. I felt it, especially with this outcome, y'all. This outcome, real nice. As Abraham hits say, think about what you want, not what you don't want. Focus on the positive now. Your manifesting is definitely on track, and the more you can master the art of feeling good, the longer it'll stay that way. This card's an especially good sign for matters related to study, travel, adventure, and the cosmic quest to understand life. Look back, see how far you've come, and count your blessings. Boom. And that's exactly what your advice is saying to you. Judgment and the Fool. Look back, Judgment, see how far you've come, and embrace what blessings are here for you today and what you can make of your life now. Beautiful. Ooh, I'm loving this energy for you, Leo. Okay, so let's see what we have as your good karma card. You know I cannot forget your good karma card, especially what we have in a Libra eclipse. Libra literally ruling justice, the energy of karma. So let's see, what is your way of racking up some good karma around... Oh, no. Too many. What is a way that you can rack up some good karma? This is for Leo for around this Libra eclipse, please. Thank you. And your idea from Spirit is donate toys to a local holiday toy drive. So if you have any extra toys, that would be a very good thing for you to do in terms of making, you know, children who do not have as much feel good. Let's get one more card just in case nobody has toys in their house or area of home. Praise a coworker or a friend. Yeah, that's always good to do. Give someone some kind words. You never know who needs it or who really will be impacted by it at their moment. And I actually have a story. So, for all the people that love to listen to my stories, please hang out for the additional 2 minutes. Reading has been concluded, so anybody who does not feel to listen to the story, I hope you have a wonderful, amazing eclipse, and I'll talk to all of y'all very, very soon. Okay, so, this randomly gave me the indication of a story, but I also do feel like it has to do with it kind of as well, even though it's not exactly what happened. But you know how I always tell y'all, Leos, like, especially y'all, no offense to my Pisces people out there. I'm telling you, this is why I resonate with way more than a Leo. Y'all just get me. When you just see the comments on my Pisces channel, yo, they'd be like, no, this will never happen to me. I'm like, okay, chill. Anyways, so basically, I'm going to tell y'all this story because I mention this to you guys a lot because you guys are a little bit more courageously expressive, and I feel like if anybody's going to do it, it's going to be Leos to do it. So, y'all know how I am. If I feel the need to say something, I'm going to say something. That's probably my Leo Mars. So, basically I was doing a session with some lady, and I felt something in the room with us as I was, massaging her. I felt something there. I didn't know exactly what it was. I couldn't see it per se, but the lights, one of the lights were definitely doing something weird at one point. I don't know. I just felt like something was in the room with us. I didn't know exactly what it was. This lady, she came back to see me, so it was like nice. So I already had like the rapport with her, but whatever. Anyway, so I'm going to go check her out after the fact. And, at this place, they do like memberships and stuff like that because I do my suite, and then I'm doing this little place for memberships to align with other people, not in cross competition with each other either. Anyways, that's besides the point. So basically, I've seen this lady twice now, and this is the second time. So now like we're like more talkative, we're whatever. So after when I'm checking her out and I'm just telling her, I was like, you know, Mary, like you spent a lot on this session, and you could just do the membership, and you know, you kind of just paid for 75% of the membership this one time. Now, mind you, this is somewhere that I don't own. I don't make the prices, so I'm sitting there trying to like give her a better deal. And I'm like, girl, please, you basically just spent 75% of the membership. And she was like, oh, you know, she's like, I'm here for 6 months, and then I'm not here for another 6 months. So to like commit to something is really difficult. She's like, but you're so right. I know, like, da, da, da. And she's like, you know, I'm a widow with 6 kids. So it's just hard to like be consistent with things. So like I come here for like a 6-month portion and then I don't for like another half a year and then I return back. And I was like, all right, Mary, well, like, I'm so sorry, like, whatever. Just trying to like be on that compassionate level. And then I ended up, and then we were just like talking and I ended up mentioning to her, like, you know, like my mom is a widow too. Like my dad also passed away. And she was like, oh my gosh, like how old were you when like your dad passed away? And I let her know how old I was when he died. And she was all like, oh my gosh, I was a year older than you when I lost my dad. And I was just kind of like, oh, Mary. I was like, you know, they're still here. Not trying to be my crazy fla. They're right here with us self, you know. But I was just kind of like, oh, you know, Mary, like they're still here, whatever. And she was like, yeah, I believe that. Sometimes I'm telling my passed on husband, like, help me. And I was just like laughing with her. And I was like, you know, interesting enough, I do have a very recent story of something. So I basically told her the refrigerator story of how our refrigerator broke. And then my mom put my dad's funeral card on the refrigerator and was like, Dan, fix the refrigerator. And then 2 days later, we plugged it in. The refrigerator was fixed. Coincidence or not, I don't care. I believe what I believe, right? So you see how I just explained that in like 10 seconds? So I explained that to Mary and I told her. And she's like cracking up. She's like, that is so funny. Like, And I was like, yeah, you know, so like, they are here. Ask them for things. Give them things in return for what you're asking and see what happens, you know? And as she was leaving the place, she turned around at me and she looked at me and she was like, I just really want you to know that telling me that story, like, meant a lot to me. She's like, I really appreciate you telling me that story. And I was just like, oh, like, of course, Mary. And then like, good night, whatever. Little does she know, like, I can't shut up anyway. So, but whatever. Anyways, moral of the story is you never know who you're going to help. You never know who needs to hear some praise around sometimes. You never know who feels like they're not doing a good job. And I have more than one of those stories to tell you, but I'm not going to repeat my stories, but one day down the line, I'll repeat my cruise story and how a lady requested a song that meant something to me and I walked up to her and whatever. Anyways, but see, you really do never know who you'll impact just with a little 10-second thing. And maybe for you, like in my position, I kind of was just like, it was a little bit of stepping out of my comfort zone. You know, I was at a massage, you know, body work place. It wasn't my own thing. It wasn't my channel, you know, and I was just like, you know, no, this is how I live my life. I'm supposed to go with what I feel and telling people what I feel to tell them in that moment. And before this lady left and turned around and telling me how appreciative she was that I told her that, you know, so you just never know. You just never know. So this is what I have here for you, Leos. Thank you for being here and for watching. I hope you have a wonderful, blessed week ahead. Your weekly love will go out very soon, within the next 24 hours-ish. Check the channel, memberships, check your tab. You're going to start getting readings a little bit earlier, and or just different types of readings as well. But that's what I have here for y'all. And one last thing, actually. I am so sorry about YouTube. Like, these people are crazy with the ads. Like, I try to catch the ads before they catch me and, like, before I premiere it. But sometimes I'm just, like, so busy and I upload and I leave. And then they have the power of putting the ads. But I realized on one of, I don't know what video it was, but I was just like, what is going on here? So I do very much apologize for all of those. Sometimes I try to get to them before they get to them, but sometimes YouTube beats me to it, okay? Also, bringing up memberships. Memberships get all of the big readings early. You get them with no ads. And that's the most that I could do for this in terms of still making sure that I get what I'm supposed to get. You know what I mean? So if ads super annoy you too, and nobody has really commented, I'm just like bringing it up because it annoyed me at one point, and I'm just like you guys, we're all human. Memberships are, I think, like $9.99 or like $10 or something. You get all the readings, you get no ads, and it's kind of just basically like where you can watch it on your own time and not feel like you're getting annoyed by being interrupted here or there. But I'm going to try to lessen them. I try to get to them before YouTube does, but like I said, sometimes they beat me to it. But I realized in one of the readings a couple of days ago, and I was like, what is going on? So yeah, you know I'm real. Y'all know I'm going to be truthful to y'all as well. So I feel weird. Not that I feel weird, but I felt annoyed by them at one point too. Especially the ones that they didn't let you skip. I was like, what? Why doesn't let me skip it? So I'm going to look into my settings and see what I have on. I might just get rid of the non-skippable ads because that should have annoyed me. But anyways, all right, I'm done. Because like I said, I don't know how to shut up. So here I am, shutting up and leaving. I love you guys. Have a wonderful, 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 wonderful week. Bye, Leos.